Just not getting it. Well, I've been at my job for going on 16 years. And it's just, I like to help people. I like to help them do what they need to do to, I'm a behind the scenes kind of person.
And we need a lot of behind the scenes people to help people.
Yeah.
Always look for the helpers. That way, it's a very honorable thing.
I think I'll pick music and entertaining in general, because I think what drives me to do it is as far back as I can remember, I've had a real love, real passion for music, making music, understanding, why something is good, understanding why something wasn't good, because I love to see, the things that I've been passionate about succeed.
Yeah.
Whether it's my own stuff or, even back during college, I did promoting. So I remember one of the first kind of promotion gigs that I had. I was promoting actually for theater. It was like I want to say a 3,000 seat theater, and just basically just promoting whatever was going to be, playing there at the time. And I remember my first thing I can really remember, there was this, it was like a hip-hop dance musical that was coming, called, I think it was called Jamming on the Floor. And they had no idea how to promote it. It was really kind of a new thing, and they just didn't know how to promote it. And so I got the contract to do the street promotions for it. And street promotions, for anybody out there in podcast land, especially at that time, was just handing out a crap ton of flyers and postering in the city. And so I got really creative with, where to put posters, where to put flyers, kind of, having to, one of the things I asked for besides pay was a certain number of tickets, because, which was crazy because I was in college at the time, and so everybody was looking for an internship, and I wound up starting my own business, and I actually had classmates interning for me, which was nuts. And I couldn't pay them, obviously. I was a college kid myself. But give me 10 pairs of tickets, and I think it was 10 pairs of tickets for $500, and I'll promote the show. I'll do whatever I got to do.
How many people show?
And so when I knew that I was kind of decent at this thing, was Jamming on the Floor, which, like I said, nobody knew what it really even was or how to promote it. But I went opening night with the crew of kids who helped me promote, and I wound up giving away maybe four tickets or so for people who let me put posters in their window, and they wanted something for it. Posters in their windows of their businesses, and we were sold out. And so I was like, maybe this music business thing is for me in some fashion or another. I was always an artist, but when I realized, I guess, how important the business was, and which I think is probably the reason why I'm so much different from a lot of my other artistic friends, because I realize there's a lot of work to go into the business of it all, and I recognize that early, and so I've always kept that in mind, So that seeing things that I've created blossom really motivates me to keep going, and like you say, things that I've tried to make blossom fail, I've learned a lot from my failures as well. So that definitely motivates me. So next question, is there a documentary or book that really changed the way you thought about something?
Let's go with the book, Brave New World. Whenever I read that in high school, about sort of dystopian future and that kind of thing, changed the way I thought about our species, our future on this planet, where things are going. What are we? What is society?
Right.
Who are our masters? Like all that kind of stuff. Whenever you start thinking about how society functions, changed the way I thought about the structure of how humans operate. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
Like a fellow in New Hampshire in '80, Ken Burns. Ken Burns has done some of the best documentaries you'll ever see.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
done several of them. The Civil War documentary was just mind-boggling. I mean, it really brought home what that was and what a brutal war it was. How many 900,000 people died. And which at the time the population of the United States wasn't that great. So it's just, and then some of the other things he's done, the one he did on baseball was fantastic.
Oh yeah.
And he's constantly coming out with new stuff. But Ken Burns will make you think.
Yeah.
And he'll give you insight, and he'll give you true history.
True. Very true. Atmosphere.
What was that series on HBO, that documentary series? It was different celebrities that went around. Like, that's where we saw about the palm oil and...
Oh,
that's, I wish I
not
can't...
Vice.
No, I can't... Vice is awesome, though. I mean, it changes the way I think about things all the time.
Yeah.
But I would have to say the one that they did on fracking
Yeah.
was a big eye-opener for me.
Yeah.
And it was fracking.
Yeah, well, I know a lot about it.
Yeah.
I was fracking back in the 70s and 80s.
It was it wasn't even intended to be a documentary. It was a person filming some stuff that happened, and I mean, it really happened.
Oh yeah,
And,
yeah. I can't remember the name of it, but it was.
It wasn't Gasland. That was the name of the movie that they did. But it was really just very interesting because you couldn't deny what you were seeing. It was home footage of actual things happening. So
I'd have to watch it.
Yeah,
to
I'll have to.
Opinion on it.
I'll have to see if I can find it.
Yeah, because I'd have to watch
'Cause
it because I know what fracking was. I know what it did. And
It was on HBO, and there was another one. I mean, there were 2 or 3 of them that we watched in a row, and I was like, I can't watch any more documentaries for a while because I felt like I couldn't walk outside anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just like, I think I get so sympathetic or empathetic with stuff like that I'm like, why don't people know about this stuff? Why isn't something happening?
well, you also have to, when you get in those type of documentaries too, sometimes they have a way they want you to look at it.
They do, and we actually,
So
looked
you
at
have to
it
be
and
careful
talked about
the-
it.
Some of the truth and some of the things they want you to perceive.
Biases.
Well, and
compared
I
to-
think the reason that one
we
hit
were there and
me,
we lived it and we
Yeah.
knew it. So We saw the direct results of it.
I think the reason that one hit me so hard is because it wasn't intended to be a documentary.
Yeah, okay.
It was somebody that had a situation that happened to them, and they wanted to know if it happened to other people in their area, and they like, there were no people, when they realized that they were being taped, they didn't want, it was like, no, and as long as their faces weren't on it, they were willing to talk, and they were willing to show things that were happening in their own environment. And
Right.
it didn't start out as a documentary. It wasn't a film crew going and setting up and, hey, I want you to say this, or, it was,
That's interesting.
yeah. I'll see if I can find it.
Yeah, I'd like to watch it.
Yeah, I think for me it's probably the same thing. I think I get my perspective blown away, a lot, because I'm kind of a documentary junkie, and I really do try to look for the ones that, yes, there are some that are meant to entertain, but I try to figure out where the fact is and where their slant is, and I always leave with my perspective just slightly skewed, like, oh wow, okay, and I just never thought about it like that.
Right.
And it's sometimes in a good way and sometimes in a bad way. Sometimes you assume, I remember when we looked at oh God, I can't think of the name of it, the one about
The McDonald's lady?
yeah, the one about the McDonald's lady with the
It was on HBO too.
yeah, with the scalding hot coffee, and then the one about it might have been Food Inc., the one with the chicken farms.
That's Food Inc.
Yeah.
Oh God, I couldn't watch the whole thing.
Yeah, it was.
I would never want to eat any food that we.
Free range, baby.
Yeah, it was.
I would never want to eat any food that we produce ever again.
Yeah, it was. So, yeah, I would definitely have to go through. I think to fill my documentary fix, I've been watching like 30 for 30s because just something lighter to consume for a while.
Yeah, so you don't come out
Well,
depressed.
we watched a couple of them, not realizing that they were going to be documentaries. And once you realize that you're just so engrossed in it, you're like, it's like a train wreck. You can't shut it off.
Can't shut it off. Yeah. All right. So, what is Oh yes. What is the worst cheesy pickup line you ever used or has ever been used on you?
I never use pickup lines.
None been used on you either?
Not that I can recall.
Okay.
Maybe I didn't recognize it. I don't know. I guess that
Try
never,
to stay away from them.
Yeah, it's just not. I just prefer to have a direct conversation. And
Yeah.
It's not like I need to put my game on or anything like that. I like to resonate with somebody if we're going to get down.
Yeah,
So,
true.
You don't need the icebreaker.
No. It's I like natural gravitation. So.
Dave. you
Can
use
you-
water too, Dave.
Can you actually tell us what it is and it's G-rated?
No,
PG? PG-13?
No, it's pretty R.
It's pretty R. I'm not gonna lie.
I would have a tendency to drink a lot in my younger day, and I had one thing that either got me to go somewhere with a lady or got me slapped. And it was a simple thing. I would do this.
He just licked his tongue out at the table, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm glad I missed that. I was looking down.
Below the chin.
Okay.
So it is what it is. That's all I can say about that.
Okay. All right.
I can't remember. I've had some, I've never used a pickup line, no.
No, okay.
Well, as most people know, I'm usually not the one opening a conversation anyway.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I can't. I've had some pretty stupid, like, really, can you go over there and think about what you said comments before?
Can't remember any?
It's the typical stupid cheesy ones.
Like?
I don't know.
can't
It's
think.
been a long time.
Okay, all right.
I will say one thing about my little deal there.
Uh-huh.
I have had ladies grab my hand and say, "Let's go now."
Okay.
So it was successful at times.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think I'm more like Ben. I don't think I used it like a particular line, but I definitely no, I didn't. I never really used lines, but I definitely I always tried to think about what the most natural icebreaker was going to be for the moment, because I hate pickup lines, but sometimes you've got to
Trying to get the anonymous people
yeah.
a good story because do with your sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
But he talked
That's
about
a
something
good
that I
story.
loved, shoes.
yeah, I was
It took a
just
long
like,
time to break the ice with
Yeah, I
the
was just
anonymous
like,
people.
I'm like, can I get something?
Here's a fun one.
Yeah.
If you were a fruit, you'd be a pineapple.
Oh my God, whatever.
That is horrible.
that would be one of those. Go think about
Go
that.
think about that.
Don't think about that. Yeah.
We this
That's
bar
cheesy.
that I went to a lot. They had the people that come in with the roses. Buy a rose for your girlfriend.
Yeah.
And guys would give those to my group of friends, and we'd be like, as soon as they would walk away, we'd like toss them over our shoulder. Like we weren't mean enough to not accept it or like toss it in front of them. We waited,
Right.
or we'd give it to somebody else to give to their girlfriend.
Yeah.
I just, that kind of stuff is just super cheesy and to me.
Yeah, I think I have definitely said some cheesy stuff,
I've
but
said
it wasn't.
some cheesy
But
stuff.
it wasn't the opening line. It wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't the opening
Yeah.
line. Because
Yes.
I do recall one time saying something to the effect of like you're cute and I'm sexy, and cute and sexy people should hang out together. And it got a laugh, and we left. So apparently it did work, but it wasn't the opening line. So it like we had been talking for a minute, and I said it to be funny, but it actually worked. So hey, who knows?
Well, I like the original line I gave my wife. I asked her to dance, and she looked me up and down like I was a piece of dog turd. And she looks at me and says, "You can dance?"
Oh!
Wow.
And I put my hand on my hip and I said, "Honey, I can dance. Let's get out and I'll prove it."
All right.
And she looked me up and down like a dog turd again, and they got up and danced with me.
Okay. All right.
So,
She really made you work for
Yeah,
it, man.
I've been working for it ever since.
All right.
We love her.
Yeah, I know you do. That's good. I appreciate it. I love her too.
All right. So, who is a character from a television show, a book, or a movie that you've always resonated with?
Hannibal Lecter. Just kidding. Just kidding.
I'm like,
This
Princess
podcast is over.
That I've resonated with?
It could be a fictional character or whatever.
Of course. Jeez.
Just something about it, you just like this character for whatever reason.
Gandalf. Yeah, I like him. He's,
Gandalf the Grey.
he's not a do nothing bitch. He gets things done.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Dave?
I'm working on it.
All right. We're going to let Dave think about that for a second.
My mind goes too many places. I got to slow it down every once in a while.
Now I'm seeing
What's Brian's last name in Fast and the Furious movies? Brian. What is his last name? In the movie.
I'm trying to think what his last name in the movie is. But Brian in Fast and the Furious?
Well, kinda.
Yeah. But
Like, he's kind of one of those,
rest in peace to Paul.
Paul Walker.
Yeah.
I like his character in that
O'Connor.
series.
Yes. Brian O'Connor, yes.
Because whether it got him in trouble or not, he always wanted to do the right thing, no matter what.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. Probably for me, and it actually took me a while to get the anonymous female on board with these movies, but probably Jason Bourne.
Oh yeah.
And just
It didn't take you a while. Even after we watched it, I slept through the first one. We used to have movie marathon weekends, and we just pick a series and watch it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think the first two times I tried to watch that with you, I still fell asleep. I just could. And he's like, "You got to give him a try.
yeah.
So give him a chance." Well, the second and subsequent movies have been great, and now I can go back and watch the first one and not fall asleep.
Okay.
But it was hard for me to get past.
Yeah. I've kind of always liked those kind of spy movies, though. I love James Bond, and you know.
Have you seen Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy?
Yes.
I think I got it.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we had that.
John Wayne.
Okay.
John Wayne.
All right.
Yeah, I could see that.
From any particular film, or
on the
just?
comedic end, it'd be Curly from the Three Stooges.
Okay. All right.
All right.
All right. I like that. I like that a lot. So, if you could travel anywhere, where would you go, and why?
On Earth, Japan.
On Earth.
Yeah, Japan.
Yeah, just keep it to this plan.
Mm-hmm.
Japan?
Yeah,
All right.
absolutely.
I'll go with
I'd
that.
love to see the whole country.
I'll go with that.
Yeah.
Place I haven't been, I've traveled the world quite a bit,
Mm-hmm.
but the place I want to go to would be Patagonia,
Oh yeah.
because Patagonia is this absolutely wild ass place,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not very populated.
Mm.
It's at the end of the earth. You know, it just seems to me that it would just be a fascinating place to go travel.
Absolutely. It would be.
I'll go with that. Anonymous female?
I have two, really. I mean, I want to go to Italy because that's where a lot of my family is from.
I like Italy too, because the women are very beautiful.
Well, and I pretty much love everything Italian. I've even when I don't mean to, it happens. I picked up some nail polish the other day that I liked, and it was named in Italian. I was like, really? I mean, it's ridiculous. And I'd like to see Africa because, I mean, it's really the birthplace of everything. I think that would be, you know, a really neat experience. Everybody that I know that's been there has had a spiritual experience.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of places I would like to go, but yeah, definitely Africa.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I have probably a top 5 list. But.
Yeah, definitely Africa. Just, you know, for several reasons. You know, it's kind of the birthplace of humanity, period. And then you know, I would, you know, there's a, you know, we kind of talked about this on the Boat Party Podcast, but you know, it's kind of the, you know, there's so many kind of roadblocks to you knowing yourself, really, being an American, a born American black person, and so going to Africa and kind of seeing the birthplace of where black people come from.
Humanity.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that would be fascinating.
That's the birthplace of humanity.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oldest recorded
everything
bones
oriented
ever.
out of there.
Yeah, oldest recorded bones in history found in Africa.
Yep.
Let's see so we've traveled. So if you could only keep 5 possessions.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I told you these questions get deep.
5 possessions.
It's a Leatherman tool. It's a multi-tool.
Mm-hmm.
So a Leatherman multi-tool. A fire starter, like a sparker, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where his Eagle Scout comes in.
There you go.
Yeah.
Things I could have to survive.
Boy. Well, probably a fishing pole. Geez, I mean, That's tough because you need line. I don't think a fishing pole would work. So those two, I would say.
Well, it's not the end of the world. Just
For
whatever
right.
reason.
No, I'm sorry. I'm
just
thinking
for whatever
like,
He's
reason.
thinking zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, we
yeah.
didn't get him a dehydrator and everything.
Just for whatever
else,
reason, you were starting over.
Start.
Yeah, but you
But
got to keep 5
But
possessions.
we're still in society.
We're salting meats and fish already.
Right.
Okay, so I'll still go with the Leatherman just because it's insanely useful. My computer.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I mean, smartphone. You have to have a smartphone. My chef's knife. And my car.
Okay.
Yep.
That's 4.
Oh,
Is that right? Leatherman, knife, phone,
Phone, car.
computer.
Computer,
and
car.
There you go.
5. There you go. Dave?
5 possessions. If I list my wife as a possession, I'm in deep shit.
Yes, you will.
you might be in trouble, yes.
I would say my house on the beach.
Hmm.
Because the beach cleanses my soul.
There's an old Hawaiian proverb that said, "He who sleeps by waters has tranquil dreams."
Yes. And I need that every once in a while so I don't kill people. I want, as I'm building my cabin up in the woods, and the reason we've been building this cabin is because I'm done doing business in the woods. I want a commode.
Mm.
I have to have a commode. That's a tough question. I'm a real big possession guy. Music. I have to have something that has music in my life every day.
Mm-hmm.
And all kinds of music. In fact, we just moved Mom out and I took all of her jazz albums because she doesn't have turntable anymore. Miles Davis, I got all kinds of stuff, man.
Yeah, that'd be one of my 3.
I got one.
Miles Davis kind of blue.
I got a bunch of old school stuff there that Mom had, folk music and different things she had, and she played when I was a kid. So music, I like to cook. So the ability to have everything I need to cook fine meals. All right. So,
cast iron skillet.
and the last thing I would want, that was 4, right? Last thing I would want possession-wise, besides my sanity. I like to travel, so a nice vehicle to travel in.
There we go.
That's difficult.
Yeah, I told you, 21 questions is a very different game than a few of my favorite
Yeah,
things.
it's difficult, because I'm not a possession person that
I'm not really either. I would say my phone, definitely. Because I can get on the internet from it.
Mm-hmm.
My car.
Mm-hmm.
Like my important documents, like, my birth certificate and things like that. I mean, I want to make sure I have that with me.
True. That's 3.
My cat, I mean, that's really all I need. I could replace everything else.
Okay.
Maybe my pictures, all my photos that I have in that box.
Dave?
This brings me back to a Steve Martin movie, The Jerk.
Oh, yeah.
All I need is this oil can.
It's one of my brother's favorites.
and this lamp.
Right.
I don't know why that got in my head. That's a perfect example.
I can't think of 5 things. I mean, yeah, I guess I could. I would want to keep, one nice outfit that I have or something like that. But, I mean, everything else to me is replaceable.
True. Very true.
No, how that would be.
I don't know. Yeah, definitely. My car, definitely. Probably my car, my phone. if I could lump it all together,
Your music?
my studio equipment, and my music collection. So I guess that's 4, and just one. If I can just keep one.
Your grandpa's shoe shine kit.
Yeah. I say everything else, like I say, I'll replace the rest of it. But
Place that shoe collection.
He could. I mean, you could. I mean, that.
I wouldn't want to give up the shoes, but as long as I had one pair on my feet, I could go ahead and replace it if I needed to.